The views expressed on the podcast are those of the individuals who made them, and they do not represent the views or beliefs of Job Duck.
Hello to all of our listeners out there. Welcome to a brand new episode of the Pumped Up Quacks. My name is Busi from the Job Duck, and I'm here with our usual suspects and one usual one. Guys, please let the world know who you are.
Good day, everybody. My name is Andres. They call me Andy, and I'm from Mexico. I'm glad to be back.
Hello everyone, my name is Mornay and I'm from South Africa. And Busi, I'm not that usual anymore, but yeah, it's always great to be back.
Usual to me, bro.
Hey guys, my name is David. I am from El Salvador.
Welcome, David. Okie dokie, guys. I have a question for you guys to answer. Are you ready for this week's riddle?
Oh, let's go.
Let's go.
Yes.
Okay, it's riddle time, World Cup edition. What do soccer referees send during the holidays? You have the whole episode to think about it. We will get the answer at the end of the episode. But in the meantime, it's time to tackle this week's quacky news. Rightio, here's a story from Casper, Wyoming. Facial hair enthusiasts claim to have set a new world record for the longest beard chain during an event in Wyoming on Friday last week. Participants gathered at Gaslight Social, a bar in Casper, where they stood side by side and clipped their beards together to create a hairy chain that was measured to 150 feet long, according to the newspaper.
Don't do that.
That's more than double the Guinness World Record of 62 feet 6 inches set in Germany 2007. And of course, to participate, you needed a beard that was at least 8 inches long. This is quite a hairy situation. Google the story and find the picture. It's interesting.
That's really amazing.
Oh no, like people say that beards are one of the most filthy things that you have on your body, including some parts that are stereotypically more filthy than that. But yeah, no, don't do that. Keep your beard to yourself. Woman who married a rag doll says her relationship is hanging on a thread after he cheated. Apparently, a friend of the woman saw her husband sneaking into a motel with another woman. Now they are sleeping in separate rooms.
Damn.
Oh my word. I hope you managed to sew your relationship and put it on the mend.
A woman who waited 24 years for a first kiss with a childhood best friend is now engaged to be married to him, after keeping her feelings a secret for over 2 decades. In December 2020, after the breakdown of her marriage, the 38-year-old mother of 2 found the courage to reach out to Paul on Facebook. "I've always loved him," Kate told SWNS News Service. "I came to a point in my life where I knew I needed to reach out and see if he felt the same way." 2 weeks later, he replied, and the pair talked for hours before he agreed to fly out to Kate's home. He messaged me saying, "Hey stranger," and we just spoke for hours from there, she said. Paul, now 38, said when she reached out to him, it was indescribable. "I can't think of a time I didn't think of Kate. In all those years we were apart. No one measured up to her." What a story, guys.
I love that after a lot of time he said, "Hey stranger."
Yeah, exactly.
That's a pickup line for guys.
It's a thirsty text. That's what it is. That's a text that you get on the coldest day of winter.
Exactly.
Hey stranger. Like,
My only recommendation to the people out there is do not wait that long.
So you guys like birthday parties? So this couple went to a birthday party in Maryland and at a restaurant and found their own reason to celebrate when they won $50,000 from a scratch-off lottery ticket. So the Kingsville couple told Maryland lottery officials they were out celebrating a friend's birthday at the Santis Pizza Grill and Bar in Perry Hill when the husband decided to buy a few scratch-off tickets. He said, "I figured out there will be no line because the Powerball excitement was over," the man said. The couple scratched off the tickets and discovered one was $10 winner, but another was difficult to understand. And the couple put the tickets aside until a bartender passing by spotted a $5 holiday cash instant ticket and alerted them that it was a $50,000 win.
Wow, what a stroke of luck, man. Why can't I ever get that lucky?
Yeah,
you have to go to birthday parties. That's the trick.
That's the thing. Pizza grills and stuff.
Pizza grills and birthday parties. It's on like Donkey Kong, guys. Thank you so much for telling us what's been happening in this world. It's all rather quacky. But in any case, we are hours away from the start of one of the biggest tournaments in the world. And for anybody who is in Qatar right now, whether you're a tourist or a player, there's going to be a lot for you to see and experience, right? So from today, the 20th of November through to December 18th, Qatar will host this prestigious global tournament. And the first game is Qatar and Ecuador, which will play in the first Group A match of the World Cup tournament. How do we feel, guys, today? Are we excited? Are we watching? Are we nonchalant? Do we care? We do care. We love it.
Yeah, I hope Ecuador makes it and wins that match, you know? Like
the game, right? At least the game.
Well, it's like Latin America representative.
I'm really excited about the World Cup. The favorites to lift the trophy are Brazil, France, Argentina, England, and Spain. I'm actually quite shocked that Germany, Belgium, Netherlands, Portugal, they are 6, 7, 8, and 9. But I do believe that, especially in this year, we all know that it's Cristiano Ronaldo's last World Cup. I do believe that Portugal also stands a great chance, and Belgium as well. I'm a huge Belgium fan. Kevin De Bruyne is playing there, a phenomenal player. So, yeah, I think this World Cup is going to be super interesting, and I want an underdog to win the World Cup. And I believe Belgium, Portugal, Netherlands, they are all underdogs.
In Portugal, though, they've won big tournaments before. Maybe
but
right now they're not in a good space.
I mean, Portugal is a really have an amazing team. Not only Cristiano Ronaldo will be there, but some other soccer players like Joao Cancelo, like Bernardo Silva, Bruno Silva, like they have really amazing players. But as Morne was saying, some football players will retire. This will be their last World Cup, and for others, it will be their first World Cup, like Pedri from Spain, Camavinga from France, some others, and I really love football.
Okay, so looking at that top 5, Brazil, France, Argentina, England, Spain, do you guys really solidly believe that these are the top 5 favorites?
I personally think it will be again Croatia or Uruguay. Some of those two are going to the semifinals maybe. Being the top 5 favorites doesn't mean will you go to the final stages. We have seen teams like really good teams like in 2014 when England, Italy were disqualified from the group stage. So I don't know, but I think maybe Croatia, Uruguay, or even Denmark has a really great team. So I don't know, guys. What do you think, Morne?
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you. I think the UK fans will also agree with me that England usually chokes in the World Cup. They do have a strong team, a good team, but unfortunately they are chokers. One team that I really want to make it as far as possible is Senegal. So Sadio Mane is playing for Senegal,
great team.
And they are so great. I think they are the true underdogs of this World Cup.
Well, we're talking about teams that qualified. Are there specific teams that you wish could have made it to the World Cup this year?
Yeah, mine. El Salvador. Like, we've been waiting for... So, let me explain a little bit about El Salvadorian football national team. So, we've been waiting a lot of time to get to another World Cup. Almost 36 or 40 years, if I'm correct. And these qualifiers were special to us, even for me, because that was the first time I get to see my team in the stadium, in the national stadium of El Salvador, to see them play against Honduras and the US. For me, it was really special. But yeah, El Salvador wasn't there. But another team will be Italy. Italy will be
totally
missed
a lot.
I'm glad that
even though they won.
Will be missed.
They won the Euro Cup in 2020, they weren't qualified. So yeah, I mean, Italy was a really great team in the World Cup.
But that's the thing, that just shows how competitive football really is, right? I mean, some of the best teams in the world didn't qualify for this World Cup.
Exactly.
And I'm also gutted that Norway failed to qualify because I really wanted to see Erling Haaland in a World Cup.
Oh, yeah,
Norway.
I think any child who is a Dragon Ball Z fan, and I say child whether you're little or you're an adult, wants to see Majin Buu running around scoring goals in the World Cup. Okay, right. And to the audience listening, I strongly believe that Erling Haaland looks like Majin Buu. Google it. Tell us what you think in the comments.
I will never forget the atmosphere in South Africa in 2010. I believe it was Chabalala who scored the first goal against Mexico in the opening game.
Simpiwe Chabalala, yeah. That's funny enough. Andy's from Mexico. Did you happen to catch that game by any chance? The opening match of the 2010 World Cup between South Africa and Mexico.
I think I was in high school and they gave us the free hour to watch that game. And they put like a big screen in the yard and a lot of like small chairs. But I didn't watch it. I just went around to like hang out with friends and stuff. So I didn't. Yeah, but
well,
good song, Waka Waka, right?
A lot of us are still trying our best to forget Waka Waka. So before we move on from this topic, I have two questions for you guys. Number one, who do you think is going to take home the first victory of the 2022 FIFA World Cup? Is it going to be Qatar? Is it going to be Ecuador? And who do you think is going to take home the big prize at the end of it all?
So for me, it will be... I will go with the score as well. So it will be Ecuador 2, Qatar 1. So the host won't win today. I'm sorry, guys, but I think that I'm really sure that Ecuador has more experience than Qatar on the World Cup. So yeah, I think that will be the score.
I don't know about the score, but I feel like Ecuador will win this game. If not, it's going to be a draw.
Yeah. On paper, Ecuador should win the game, but Qatar being the hosts, I think I will go with a 1-1 draw.
With the 1-1 draw. Okay. Andy?
Well, I'm not the most fitable person to ask these questions too. But I will say Ecuador because Latin America, united, go power. And who's gonna win the cup? I don't know, man. I would say Argentina because go Latin America. Yes. And it's in our group, so yeah.
I'm rooting for Argentina too, actually. Funny enough.
That's a superb prediction. To be honest, my heart is going with Belgium, but I also believe that Argentina is going to win the World Cup. I just sense it. I'm not sure why.
I don't know, but I'll say this and this will be like the most amazing thing. The final match. I don't know who the winner will be, but it will be like the final match. It will be Portugal against Argentina. That will be amazing.
You think Portugal's going to make it to the final?
Yeah, they have a really great team.
Yeah,
we should
Ronaldo,
start like
Messi.
That will be
Ronaldo Messi final.
Yeah, the final dance has to be that.
The dance of the dragons, guys.
You guys, which team are you rooting for inside of Africa?
So for just you to know, Cameroon, Ghana, Morocco, and Senegal are African countries in the World Cup.
Yeah, now as I mentioned earlier, I'm rooting for Senegal. I really hope that they make it far. But let me tell you something, Cameroon is also a great team. That's the thing. People shouldn't write the African continent out in this World Cup. I do believe that they are going to perform, especially Senegal.
I am going to go for a diplomatic response here because I'm not sure. To be honest, I'm not sure. Senegal, I think, are very strong, so are Cameroon, but I am rooting for Ghana. All right, guys. Well, I guess we'll find out in a few hours how this tournament will start. Best of luck to all of the teams that are participating out there. Show us what you're made of. And Cristiano, we still love you.
We love you, Shia. Thank you for tuning in before the World Cup starts, man.
We don't care about the stuff you said to Piers Morgan. Okay, shall we get back to that riddle? Just as a reminder, guys, what do soccer referees send during the holidays?
If you speak English and you don't have a job, go to jobdoc.com and try it out. JobDoc.
All right, guys, keeping with the spirit of the World Cup that's about to start, we all know that a lot of the biggest, football players work really hard to do what they do, especially professional football players and all the greats. There's a lot of work that goes into it. And the same can be said for all of us when we are doing our work. Whether you're working in an office or whether you're at home, comfortably working remotely, apply now at jobdoc.com. There's a lot that we can learn from some of the biggest football players out there. So I wanted to ask you guys, who is one of your favorite soccer players, if you don't have one favorite soccer player? And what lesson can you take from that football player? And how can you apply that lesson to your virtual work? I'll go first. I am really, really faithful. So I'm still going to say Cristiano Ronaldo. Again, Cristiano, we still love you. We don't care about the stuff you said to Piers. But the thing is, we all know that he's one of the greats. If you've sat through an argument about Messi versus Ronaldo, all those stats come out, and at the end of the day, for me personally, his dedication and his belief that he can achieve anything really is really inspiring. He follows a really strict regimen for himself to keep himself fit, to improve himself. And, he really gets the job done, right? Which is one of our core values, getting the job done. But I think some of the traits which I find really impactful from Cristiano Ronaldo are his self-belief. Some people think it's overconfidence or arrogance or whatever, but I believe that his self-belief is justified. He's also dedicated, he's a hard worker, and he stays focused. And those are 4 traits which I believe can be applied to anywhere. Home office, office, anywhere you are, you'll get far with those 4 traits. So that's what I'm asking everyone here about today.
I have several football players that I really love, but one of them is Luka Modric, the Croatian. Ooh. I really love him because his story doesn't start like when he really liked soccer. He started living as a child in Sadar, that's in Croatia, when they were in war. So he had to leave a war, and he didn't give up on his dream of becoming a football player. And it was really great because he's really, really one of those football players that are like magicians in the soccer field, and they are really, really good. And he won the FIFA Ballon d'Or in 2018 when no one expected that, really.
No one thought he was going to get it there. Right?
Yeah, I mean, that's really, really amazing because what he did wasn't like other FIFA Ballon d'Ors did, like really making a lot of goals or converting like a lot of assists, but he played graciously in the FIFA World Cup 2018 on Russia, and he had a really great year. And he wasn't like, oh, look at me, every time. He was like doing the job. He completed the job. He had this amazing vibe when he was playing. So I really, really like him as a football player. And I think he is really an inspiration for myself.
That's a good one, David. My favorite soccer player is Kevin De Bruyne, because I'm also a Belgium fan. At this current stage, Kevin is considered the best midfielder in the world due to his unselfish playmaking skills. He joined Manchester City in 2015 and helped them win 4 Premier League titles, 5 League Cups, and an FA Cup. But the one thing that really stands out for me regarding Kevin is that he is a team player. And I believe that in any job, it's crucial to build solid relationships with your peers. And he also quoted once and said that I always like to assist more than scoring.
I think he has more assists than goals.
Yeah,
at this time.
no, he really is a team player, and he has made Man City like the lions in the jungle. He is insane. He's a problem solver. He's a fantastic midfielder, and he always adjusts to whatever needs to be done for his team to either draw or win. Even though they have a few losses, I mean, the guy is always trying his best, you know. And he's super unselfish, and he creates opportunities. So I think that's some really nice traits that I learned from Kevin De Bruyne, especially in the work environment. So
teamwork,
definitely. Well, in my opinion, I think the best football player in the world is Oliver Atom. He has really inspired me since I was a kid watching that cartoon Super Campeones.
That's a really good one.
Yeah,
that's a great one.
He didn't have legs at the end of the episode was the last episode is like hectic, man. I never recovered about that. But that shows about persistence, about longering episodes, 5 or 6 episodes for a single football match. I think that's persistence. You need to like be really persistent to kind of go through doing like one of those matches in one of those fields that are like 3 kilometers long. So yeah, I think cartoons can help a lot to portray the life of a football player if you are not into football, such as myself. So I will just highlight that Oliver Atom and Steve Huga as well. Super Campeones for the win. I don't know what's the name in English. So yeah.
Amazing.
Okay. I wasn't expecting that, but yeah, I 100% agree with you. Oliver Atom is he really perseveres, and also dreams of winning the FIFA World Cup for Japan one day.
That's a powerful dream.
Dream big.
Mm-hmm.
Dream big.
He dreams big, exactly.
Excuse-free attitude, bro. Yeah. Attack your day to dream big, completing your job with excuse-free attitude, and be incredible at the end.
That's Oliver Atom.
That's Oliver
Atom, the best football player in the world. But for everybody out there, if you have some interesting FIFA facts, maybe you want to tell us your predictions for this tournament. Who's going to win today? Who's going to win at the end? Who is going to shock everyone? Who is the biggest underdog? Whatever it is, you can tell us in the comments. We are ready and waiting to hear them. So please do engage with us. But before we walk off to go and watch some football, we need to deal with that riddle, right? So let me remind you about what it is. What do soccer referees send during the holidays?
Red cards.
Yeah, I will say cards.
The answer is actually a yellow card.
Yellow card?
Ooh,
Well done, guys. Red, yellow, it's both cards.
Oh, yeah.
I say you win.
Red is a bit more Christmassy, right?
Woo!
Just saying.
I think take the win, Andy. Take the win. Take the win, guys. You won this one.
Yeah,
just
guys,
like Ecuador might do just now.
Exactly. You guys need to read more about football to be in my league, you know? I'm kidding. I have no idea about what I'm doing here.
That's hilarious. You guys are so funny. Anyways, thank you so much for a great conversation. Please do enjoy the football that's about to appear on our screens. To everybody else, also enjoy the tournament, enjoy the games. But before we go, if you are interested in applying for one of our roles here at the Job Duck, I encourage you to visit our website at www.jobduck.com. You can also hang out with us on social media. You can find us on Instagram. We are at The Job Duck. You can find us on Facebook, The Job Duck. On LinkedIn, we are The Job Duck. On TikTok, we are The Job Duck. We also have our brand ambassadors there at Job Duck Daily. On Twitter, we are at _Job Duck. And if you have the interest, you can also find us on
Pinterest.com.
Yay.
Yay.
Thank you so much, David, for joining us and giving us your football wisdom.
Thank you guys for having me. It's been amazing.
Bye-bye.
See you next week. Have a good one. Enjoy the game.
Enjoy the game.
Bye.